living and lifestyle videos and vlogs. And today I am doing the second video in my series, Redesigning My Life for 2023. So if you can't tell from where I'm standing, I am very, very pregnant, 34 weeks tomorrow, which is so exciting. But I'm definitely in like the nesting mode of wanting to just like clean, get the house organized and spotless and disinfected and just ready for baby, and so that I can just kind of like settle and nest and just be ready to go when baby comes. So very excited for this video. Today I'm doing all sorts of organizing. So I'm basically trying to organize the entire house before the baby comes, which it's honestly not in too bad of shape. Like the more I was thinking through like the places that I needed to do, I made like a to-do list of everything that needed to be done. I was like, okay, it's really not in that bad of shape. There are a few things that I know I won't get to before the baby comes, but that's okay. The big things I want to do is like get the kitchen really clean, my closet really organized. I want to go through like all of Juliet's toys. We're moving her to a big girl room. So like the toy room is currently what's going to be her room, and eventually the girls will share that room. So I need to get that really organized in like the way I want it so that it's a functional bedroom, because right now it's just like a catch-all toy room. So those are the main places that we're gonna be organizing. I also need to do the bathrooms if I get to it. Bathrooms, again, are not that bad and there's not that much stuff. It's more like getting rid of old products. I wanna take pictures of like the products I really like so that I can put them on like my birthday list and things like that and know what I want if people wanna like get me things. And then I have like a few things I need to like just take inventory on in there so that they're fully stocked and ready to go. So just things that like will make my life easier, make me and Daniel's lives easier once baby comes, and I don't have to think like, oh dang, I need to have somebody run and go get us like toilet paper or anything like that. We can just kind of like be ready to go and know we have everything we need. So if you saw my last video, I did like a deep clean of the house with me. We took down all the Christmas stuff, we scrubbed the floors, we scrubbed the windows, we scrubbed the fridge, we like cleaned everywhere. But now this is like the organizational side of things. So obviously the kitchen is probably the most important room in your home if you think about it, because your whole family uses it, and then like guests and everybody use it and see it and are in it. So having it be organized and clean, I feel like is so important. And for me, having a clean kitchen has been a game changer. So the house is very clean from the last time that I like deep cleaned it, because we've really stayed up on it ever since. So luckily it's not super dirty, and I did just clean it this morning fresh, so it's like ready to go. So now we're gonna get into the organizing, because I'm gonna start having sections for like bottles, baby stuff, pumps, and all that kind of stuff that you need with a new baby. Definitely want to have like a really good designated space for that with like all of my pump supplies and like bottles and nipples and all that kind of stuff that you need. Also I have obviously Juliet, and she has, you know, her little bowls and plates and bibs and like smocks and things like that, and her little forks and stuff like that. I'm also trying to make her stuff more accessible to her. She's definitely at the age where she knows where things are and she knows where her things are, and she's starting to learn how to like put things away. So I think that'll be really good to have like a section of stuff that's like organized and easy and accessible for her, but is also like exclusively her stuff, so that it's not like intermixed with anything dangerous or anything that I don't want her getting into. Like it's all just like her stuff. And then the last thing that we need to do is get the pantry really cleaned out, because the pantry is gross. Like it just needs to be deep cleaned and organized. But anyway, that's kind of the gist of what we're doing today. So let's get right into it. I feel like you can very much see how big I am when I sit. Okay, so this is the first cabinet we're doing. This is like right next to the oven and the sink. And this is just like a very underutilized cabinet. It's just got like all sorts of random boxes. It's got like baking supplies, trays for serving and things like that. But like we definitely could use this better. I'm kind of thinking I'm gonna make this the bottle space, because it's got like nice flat shelves and a lot of space, and like I said, not really super utilized. We have a cabinet that we use currently for Juliet stuff, so I think I'm just gonna organize that one and make her, it's like one of those spinning revolving cabinets. I'll show you guys in a second. But I think I'm gonna keep that as her stuff, because she already knows that's where her stuff is, but I'm just gonna take out anything that's not. It used to be both. Like it used to be like bottles, and then it transitioned into being like Juliet stuff. So I think I'm gonna make that one just her supplies, and that way she can easily access it. And again, it's like a very small space, so, and it's not like super utilized the way it is right now. So I think that's gonna be her space, and then this one's gonna be all the bottle stuff. So first thing I'm gonna do is get everything taken out, wipe down these cabinets really good. I have like a little hand vacuum. I'm gonna get like everything vacuumed out, and then we're just gonna like organize and get everything out of here that can be out of here, basically. Okay, so that is so much better. I actually wiped down the cabinets too. They were super, super grungy. So it looks much, much better. My game plan, I think, is this is all really that was in there, which really isn't that much stuff for how big of a space it is. The only things I think I am going to keep in this space are these serving dishes, because we do like host quite a bit and these are really convenient for serving. I will keep this out too because Daniel uses this quite a lot. I literally never use the cake pans. The apple peeler I only use during like the winter time when I'm like baking pies and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put that guy away. And then I think I will keep the rolling pins down here too, just like maybe toward the back. Everything else I'm planning on basically packing away. I do have like sprinkles and stuff like that, but I think I'm gonna put those in the pantry. And then I'm gonna use these bins somewhere else because I think there's like a better use. I've got like 2 bins here, one's not even being used. And then this one just has like cookie decorating stuff in it, but like we literally only do that at Christmas time. So not super practical things that I need out all the time. And the rest of this space, I think I'm going to use for baby and pumping supplies. So I think I'll just kind of push everything I don't need and don't use off into the back, or maybe like just to one side. And the rest of it will be used for pumping supplies, which I don't have all that stuff yet. So I just sanitized and cleaned these mats, these little like non-grip or non-slip mats. And I wiped down the cabinets really good, but it's all clean and looks so nice. So I'm gonna put everything back now. Okay, so next up is this cabinet, and this is all of our Tupperware mainly. Honestly, I don't even know what the best thing to do to organize this is, so I'm just gonna take everything out and start playing and see if I come up with something, because it always looks like this. So I'm not exactly sure what the best way to organize. I might look on Pinterest and see if I see anything like that's fairly simple that doesn't require me buying something for organizing Tupperware. But if you have any suggestions, leave them below in the comments, because Tupperware is just a pain. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get this organized where it's like at least cleaned up. And what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna sort lids like together. So instead of having like the pieces, like the lids and the bases together like this, I'm gonna have like lids separate but all of them matching, bases separate but all of them matching, and so on and so forth, and see if that's a little better at least. And then at least, you know, like we're pretty good about knowing like which ones go with which. So let's give that a shot and see what it looks like. Okay, so there's literally just Tupperware absolutely everywhere right now, all the way around me. But I found a lot of things I had been missing, which was exciting, but then there's also just like a ton of crumbs in here for some reason. I think it's because our toaster is like right up here. So I think that's why. So I'm gonna vacuum this out and wash these just like I did with the last one. Also, this is like so grungy and dirty as well, but it's gonna look nice in a second. So just wait. So I got the cabinets all cleaned out and the little liners washed and everything's ready to go. So I'm just looking on Pinterest, and from what I'm seeing, a lot of people are doing like a bin, which I have this one that I've been using, which works fine. I just don't think I've been utilizing it like as well. And one thing that they have is they have the Tupperware kind of like stacked like this, like sideways. That kind of looks nice. It saves space a little bit. So, and then obviously there's like some, you know, things you can pay for that are like little pegs that keep everything organized. But I think I'm gonna give it a try doing it like the sideways way and just see if that works. Well, you guys can see that. I'm not sure I love it. It looks a little cluttered to me, but I kind of just stacked these ones kind of back here, and I have like the lids to whichever ones they go to like right next to it. And then yeah, so I don't think I love it, but it's working for now and it seems a little bit more organized, so I'm just gonna leave it and we'll see. It's a little bit better than it was. Okay, how much better is that? That looks literally so nice. I'm so happy with how this turned out. So I have these little containers. I actually have a couple more. I'm not sure where they are. I think they're in our medicine cabinet. These are like little snack stackers that you can take to the gym with you. So handy. I love taking these. Sometimes I'll put protein powder in them. Other times I'll put like my supplements or BCAAs or pre-workout when I used to drink pre-workout. Or you can put snacks like trail mix and stuff like that in them. They're also great for kids. Got all the small Tupperware over here, which I think looks so nice. And then down here, I've got like ice trays and an ice bucket, which again, we pretty much only use for hosting. I'm gonna keep glass Tupperware down here because if Juliet takes it out, then you would think keeping it up high, but she obviously can reach this whole cabinet. So I figure if it's lower, less, you know, it's less likely to break because it's on the ground. She doesn't play with this too much though. She's more likely to play with stuff in her cabinet. And then I have got a little bit of Tupperware that just is from like people who have given us food and stuff like that, that either isn't mine or it's like not high quality Tupperware, like these ones and stuff that I just don't need and I don't need to keep holding on to them. I prefer to use glass when I'm storing our food, and then I use like some of the big ones for produce and stuff like that every now and then, but I'm also planning on getting like fridge organizers for that. So this really is all the Tupperware that I need. Guys, just the little bit that I've gotten done is already making me feel so good. Having that section and this section done, literally just that, like I feel like I can die happy. But I'm gonna clean this up real quick, then we're gonna start on, I think, Juliet's cabinet, because that one shouldn't take too long to get cleaned up. I'm trying to decide between starting the pantry or starting underneath the sink. I'm leaning toward the pantry because that's gonna make like the biggest difference long term. I think I'm gonna do the pantry. Okay, so in this revolving door cabinet, what I did is the top shelf is all Juliet's stuff. So she has her plates, her bowls, she's got her cups, and then some Tupperware. I decided to move this Tupperware that was in here over here because this is stuff I normally use to pack her lunches. So I figure that will be a really good layout. These are also like little mats that you can take if you go to like a restaurant or something. And then I have these little popsicle molds and I'm washing the rest of them, but this is all stuff that I use a lot during the summer for her to make her like little popsicles and stuff. And then on the bottom row, I did just our coffee cups and then some blender bottles. And then there's like some extra space here, which I'm not sure what to do with just yet. I may get a few more of these bins. I got these from, I think I got them from TJ Maxx, like when we first moved in, like revolving door cabinet holders or like Lazy Susan containers, and these pop up because you can get like, you know, the size that would fit like a whole circle if you wanted. So that's what I think I'm gonna do for now. Obviously looks a zillion times better. Hey guys, so it's a few days later and I am taking a whack at my pantry. I literally cannot believe how much stuff is in my pantry right now. The entire counters are completely full. My entire kitchen is full of stuff that is just in my pantry. Which is just crazy, and I'm not even done yet. So what I'm doing first, I'm basically emptying everything out. So I have some like a lot of clear bins. I was literally about to go and buy more clear bins and more like, you know, OXO containers and things like that to store stuff, but it turns out I have like plenty. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of go through everything and get everything out of my pantry. I'm gonna vacuum it really good, and then I'm going to kind of start organizing how everything is. So anything that's expired, we just don't eat, looks stale, or I just know is gonna sit in there forever, I'm just gonna toss it. I'm gonna be ruthless and I'm just gonna toss it and make space because I definitely don't need extra stuff in there. I also just did a big grocery shop. So I went to Costco and picked up a bunch of stuff. So I have like a lot of food like staples that need to go in there, and I need to like get those organized and stuff, but I wanna make it really seamless to where I know what I have and I'm not like thinking like, do I need pasta? I wanna make it really simple. So that's the game plan for the pantry. Definitely want to get just like all of the food area organized. So let's get into it. So I was not exaggerating when I said like every square inch of my countertop is covered with stuff from my pantry. Literally insane. So now I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna start with the trash, getting all the trash picked up. I have a trash bag over here, and I'm just going to get rid of all the trash, anything that needs to go in the trash. And then I'm gonna start kind of sorting based on what stuff is. Okay, so here's what we have so far. I have up on top kind of staples as well as some baking supplies. I've also got like some just miscellaneous pasta and stuff up there. Then on this shelf I have more of like the things we use really regularly. So this is regular flour, oats, sugar, and then we also have just like prunes, some coconut flakes, the granola I use every morning, and then honey and agave. Then I have snacks up here, and I did make a note to make this like higher than it was before. I had it down here before for Juliet, but she now is at the point where she only wants to eat snacks. So moving everything up. I've got a few more snacks down here, and then I've got like an extra bag of like hip peas that are like too big. I put some in here so that we could easily grab some when we want a snack and I don't have to get out this huge bag because it's like ripped weird and everything, but that's where that's gonna stay for now. I'm also gonna put staples down here, and I put some other cans over here. Again, I'm gonna organize all of this as well and move all my spices to where they're really accessible, but for now, I feel like that looks, you know, pretty good, but I'm really happy with like how minimal everything looks, and I have plenty of jars. I'm really happy how many jars I ended up having. I thought for sure I was gonna have to get more of like jars like this and like these, but so far I've had plenty to use, as well as these containers as well. Okay, I am so happy with how this turned out. It looks so good. So I'll take you guys through real quick of what I did. So starting at the bottom, this is all like extra stuff. So just things that are not opened. The Orgain and the Coffee Mate are, but we use those like pretty frequently, but they're more for like refills. Here I've got kind of like chips and like bags that are not opened, and then I've got like sauces and pasta all together and chickpeas. Then I've got some vegetable broth and the coconut oil. Then I have just some soup and crackers, and I've got some extra snacks here, and then some quick lunches. This is like lentils and rice, and those are all microwavable. Then I have all of our main snacks right here. And then on this top shelf is kind of like pantry staples like flour, oats, different types of sugar. Then we've got some like dried fruit, granola, agave, and honey. And then on the very top shelf up at the top corner, I have just some like baking stuff. Then we've got like cocoa and coffee, like instant coffee. I've got some like miscellaneous candy that was left over from Christmas, just like peppermints and kisses and stuff like that. Then we've got some Cheerios, and then just some more pantry staples like a big thing of pecans, white rice, and then quinoa. But overall, I think it looks really, really good. Oh my gosh, this looks so bad. I can't believe how much stuff was in there, but I figured the best way to do this was just to like dump everything out so that I can kind of sort and get rid of trash, anything that doesn't belong in here, and then put everything back. Hey guys, so it is a few days later and I am working on the playroom. So this is actually gonna be Juliet's big girl room, and we're trying to actually move her in here in the next couple of days, which is super, super fun, but also like a lot of work as far as like what we had to get done in here. So you can see behind me, we just put up this like beautiful wallpaper. This is from Rifle Paper and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I'll link it below because it's just so pretty. Literally went perfect with this room. And it's crazy because I picked out like the bedding first, then I picked out the wallpaper, and I picked out a different wallpaper than this, and I was hoping it would match the wall, like the bedding would match the wallpaper I picked, and it did, but then like that wallpaper was cheap and it just like kept falling down, so we had to like, you know, pivot and find a different type of wallpaper. And then I bought curtains that matched that old wallpaper, and then kind of had to find like a whole new wallpaper that would match the bedding and the curtains that I bought. So I bought everything separately, but it all worked out really, really well, so I'm very happy about it. But that being said, the wallpaper's finally done, so now I am kind of getting Juliet's stuff all moved in here from her room, and we're turning the nursery into an office. So first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of tidy up in here. We had brought in like a rug and some other stuff in here for her to play on, and then we have like our ladders and stuff in here as well from when we were putting the wallpaper up. So gonna get all that cleaned up, and all of her toys are like in my bedroom and in her bathroom right now. They're all in like bins and stuff. So I also got some new plastic bins that I'm gonna use to organize and kind of toy cycle, because currently I have like all of her toys in here, which is fine, but it's going to be, now that it's gonna be her bedroom too, I just want things to be a little bit more organized. I'm also going to be moving her dresser in here. So she's gonna have a dresser in here, she's gonna have her toys all in here, and then the office is going to be the office. So instead of having 2 rooms with all of her stuff, we're only gonna have 1 now. So this is the biggest room, like other than the master though. So there's definitely more space, but I just wanna use it wisely and get it set up really good from the get-go. So let's get right into it. Empty in this room, but I basically have all of Juliet's toys kind of around me in different bins and such. These are the bins that go to her little like organizer that we got from, I think we got it from Target. And what I'm gonna do is I try to keep like the toys categorized as much as possible. I got a bunch of these bins, and my game plan is basically to kind of toy cycle and put everything into individual bins, and then go from there and like take out just what she's gonna be playing with for the next like month or so. And this just helps her not get bored, kind of keeps things organized. And so I've really been liking doing that, but I definitely needed more bins. So I got 2 different sets. I got a set of these larger ones, and then this pack came as a pack of 5. These are all from Target, and I have everything matching, so I already had a set in the same color, this like kind of turquoise color. So that's gonna be my game plan to start. I'm gonna do a little time lapse and get all of this stuff sorted, and then hopefully get it all put away as quick as possible. Daniel just left with Juliet for a little bit. They're running a couple of errands, so I'm gonna try to get it all done and get her crib moved in here before she gets back, because this is gonna be her first night in this room, which is really fun. So let's get right into it. Okay, so it looks a little bit chaotic still, but I actually did make progress. So what I did first is in here, she has a bunch of Frozen specific toys, which is one of her favorite movies, and she really likes playing with these. So I have these all together. This is Little People. This is cars and things with wheels. This is also the stuff that goes to like this little racetrack she got for Christmas. But in here we have just regular figurines. So we've got some Disney ones, musical instruments, and there's more in the car that I need to get. So the things I'm kind of keeping out currently, I've got some train stuff that I think I'm going to keep out. I obviously kept all of her Tony stuff out. I was going to put that away, but I decided last minute to keep it out. And my game plan is just to try to get everything in boxes if I can. I have like a bunch of like noisy toys over there. And then from there, I'm going to just be really specific about what I'm putting in these bins, because I have tons of space in these bins and it could all be out if we wanted it to, but then she doesn't end up playing with anything. So I want to be specific, like give her just like, you know, a few yellow cars or just trains or just like 1 or 2 musical instruments, because she just will not play with it if there's too many options. She needs like, honestly, like 2 or 3 options. When it comes to like the Little People, I'm gonna put out like her barn and just the barn animals, or I'm gonna put out just the bus and just like the school kids and like the Olympians for that. When it comes to figurines, I might just put out like the sea animals and just have it be as like minimal and kind of specific as possible so that she like is more likely to play with it. Okay, so here's what we got. So in this bin, I have just some like kind of more fidgety toys. So she has her Slinky, this little like tic-tac-toe thing she likes to play with. In here, I'm gonna put her little Etch-a-Sketch, and then as well as she has a laptop she's been loving right now, and I'll put that in here as well. In here I've got Little People, which most of them are downstairs, the ones that she's been playing with, but I'm gonna bring half of them up here and bring her bus, her Little People bus up here, and then she'll have the barn downstairs. In here I have her little number blocks. They have numbers and shapes that she really likes. I have her Tony box up here, which this one I am gonna move up here because it needs to be like easily accessible. Wooden toys, and then her train. She's really been into putting puzzle pieces together right now. We have some puzzles down here. In here we have dress up. So what I did is she loves these 2 jewelry boxes of mine, so I just let her play with them. In here she has 2 beaded necklaces that she likes to play with. She loves wearing her Mickey ears. She puts these on all the time. And then she's also been liking purses, so I put a couple of toy purses in here. And then just like a little lunchbox that she can carry and open, and then she's got some like wooden beauty tools in here that she got for her birthday. Then we have some trucks. She's loved her tractors right now. Those Frozen toys I was telling you guys about, musical instruments, and then puzzles. So I'm really happy with how that looks, and I think it's gonna be a good little toy rotation. I ended up taking down the tent because we just really don't have room for it. That corner wasn't utilized very well. So here we have some books, her little stuffed animals. I also have stuffed animals in these bins here, and then I have some like learning toys. We moved her bed in here, which looks so cute. We did decide to go ahead and keep this dresser. We're gonna get rid of the blue dresser because it just took up too much space. So this is gonna be the dresser for her clothes, but I didn't move all that stuff over tonight because I just didn't have time. All that's pretty organized though. Then we have my rocker, and in this corner, this is where the TP was. We decided to do the baby doll, the easel, her little puppy dogs in their bed, and then her little car toy that she's loving right now. And then of course we have the little toy station, and then she has this really fun music mat that she likes to play with. But overall, I'm super, super happy with it. My sweet husband had to put this crib together. That was a little bit of a beast, but I think overall this room turned out so, so cute.
Oh my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the iceless snow, but I'm here at all. And oh my love, don't worry about the cold just yet. The trees haven't started to shed, Just feel the summer sun as it warms our bed. I'm lying, and I'm lying.
Okay, so that looks so much better. So on the top shelf, I just have deodorant. I have this prescription mouthwash that's been helping with like my prenatal gingivitis. I have the two like hairspray dry shampoos that I have. I'm almost out of both of them, so I'll have to refill on those pretty soon. Then I have like the leave-in conditioner and I don't even know what to call it, primer that you put on your hair to like help it dry faster, like heat protectant. I also have my body oil and then the Mario Badescu facial spray, which I'm just trying to use up, but I really love how this turned out. So I have all my skincare here. I have like my microdermabrasion blade. This is to remove like, you know, peach fuzz off your upper lip. I just think these two bottles look really pretty here, and these are the two perfumes that I've been wearing. I also just have like my skincare stuff all together, which I think this looks really nice, and it will also help me use it up because I have a couple different like cleansers that I got in like this one of those like Target advent calendar kits, so I'm really enjoying like using them and kind of figuring out what I like. I've also got like scrubs back here, and then some eye patches. And then over here I have everything that I use on a pretty like daily basis and what I'm using up. So have this cleansing oil, which is almost gone. I really like it, but I probably won't buy it again. And then this gel purifying cleanser. This is really good for when my skin was breaking out, but I don't need as much of that help right now. So, but after baby I may, so I'm keeping it because it's still good and I was using it for most of the fall. And then I've got some essential oils over here. So I don't know if you can kind of see that. I've got a few rollers and then just a few that I use on the regular. And then this is an eye cream that I've been using. So I think this looks really, really nice. It's gonna be much, much more usable. And overall, I just think it looks so nice and neat. Okay, so I thought I would take you through kind of how I split all this up. So back here is like postpartum supplies and just like other like medicinal type of things like aloe vera and Tux pads and neti pots and tampons and things like that. I've also got some like spare bags that I use when I travel. I also have some extra packs of Kleenex and Bactine, just like basic stuff like that. I have my wax kit right here, and then I also have this like facial humidifier thing that like you use like when you're doing a facial. I've got a couple of lotions that I'm trying to use up right here, and then like mouthwash in this container. This is actually like all stuff I take when I go to weddings, if I'm like a bridesmaid in a wedding. I know that's like a weird thing to have like prepped like that, but that's typically what I use it for. And I normally bring it with me even if I'm not like in a wedding, if one of my friends is getting married or something like that, and just have some like extra supplies. I've got like eyelashes and eyelash glue and nail clippers and a sewing kit and allergy medicine and just like random things like that. Now I have that in the front there because I kind of want to like block this container. This is where all of my nail supplies are. I'll bring the camera over here so you can see it. So I do my nails at home a lot, especially when I have a newborn. I did just get my nails done recently, but normally I do them at home. So I have like quite a bit of supplies. This is all nail polish and gel nail polish. I've also got like a pair of like the larger clippers back here. And then I have, these are all like just the tools that you use, cuticle clippers, nail clippers, cuticle pushers. In the very back I have like the little acetone wipes, a buffer, nail glue, cuticle oil, and then cuticle remover oil. Nail files. This is a pumice stone. This is a buffer. I've got some fake nails in the back, and then like a little brush for glitter. These little pads, these cotton pads that work really good for taking nail polish off, and some extra Q-tips, which I have on I have both of these stocked on my actual sink. So I do actually use this quite a bit. So, and then this is the actual one I use itself. Overall, I think that is much, much better and is going to be just a better use of this space. Okay guys, so I think I'm gonna end this video here. I had planned on doing like a closet declutter as well, but honestly I've done that a lot recently, especially like being pregnant. I feel like it's hard being in like the headspace to declutter your closet because you're feeling like big and nothing fits, and so you're like, I haven't been wearing this, but it's like you might wear it after you have the baby. So I feel like I'm gonna save like a closet declutter, plus I'm like totally revamping my wardrobe after the baby comes because I'm not planning on getting pregnant for a little bit after this one. So I'm gonna kind of do like a whole closet revamp because I honestly have stuff in my closet that's from high school. I'm not exaggerating. As well as like just hand-me-downs, things that are like stained and old and stuff. So I think I'm gonna do an entire video on that at a later date, but I'm gonna save that for another time because I'm just not in a good headspace for decluttering my closet right now. I'm feeling big. I'm feeling like I don't like look cute. I don't want to like wear anything that's like uncomfortable right now or tight fitting. And honestly, I just wear a lot of athleisure anyway. So I'm just kind of like at a point where I can't like think about my closet right now. So I'm gonna save that for a later date, but I feel like I also have a ton of footage that I got from doing this entire organization. So it was so satisfying. I feel like I got so much done, and already it's made such a huge difference, especially the kitchen. I feel like the kitchen just made like the biggest difference for me. The bathroom was one that I knew was gonna like make a big difference too. So I'm so glad I got that done and like was able to like get rid of a ton of stuff. I have like a trash can full of stuff. I just have like a ton of stuff that is going in the trash. And obviously I use my bathroom a lot on the day-to-day, but also like with the new baby coming, I really wanted it organized and like in a place that I could like use it and not feel like it was going to be hard to keep track of and stuff, and just getting rid of old products and stuff like that. So glad I got all of this done. I feel so much better. It was definitely like a nesting moment. Feels so good to have it all done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. I have a couple more videos coming in this series. So the next one in this series is going to be all about nutrition. So my fridge is like basically empty, and you obviously saw how I did my whole pantry organization in this video. So I need to like basically do a huge shop, but I'm going to kind of take you guys through some of the things I'm doing in this last month of pregnancy. We've got like 30 days left at this point when I'm filming this, so I'm kind of going through and figuring out like the meals I want to stock up with and doing a bunch of meal prep, and then also kind of taking you guys through my kind of outlook on nutrition and especially like nourishing my body toward the end of pregnancy, as well as with a newborn and kind of getting prepped for that. So very excited for that video. And then I also have one just about like my fitness and exercise and stuff like that. So I'm very excited. I also have like a life admin day video coming up that like I've been seeing everywhere, and I've been really enjoying watching life admin days. Mondays where you kind of just like get all the things done, but I'm gonna do baby edition, like prepping for baby and doing like a life admin baby edition, which I'm very excited about, and kind of getting everything done because I just got a laundry list of things that need to get done before the baby comes. But organizing my house and deep cleaning my house was a big piece of that. So very glad you guys joined me on this little organization journey. I hope you liked it as much as I did. I'm definitely like feeling all like the clear containers and glass bottles and stuff like that. It's just giving me all the clean girl vibes. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Oh my love, you're such a fragile thing, I know. And with the winter comes the ice, the snow, but I'm here.